this is Gavin from Gavin's Gadgets. Hope you're keeping well. Today I'm going to review the new Lenovo P2. Here is the P2 phone. This is quite a special phone, so let's go and take a closer look. Okay, so let's take a closer look. This is the new Lenovo P2, and we'll just take a look at what's inside the box. And I've taken the phone out just for ease, to make this easier. So you get the SIM tool there, and I'll go through in a second. You get the fast charging UK brick, you get the micro USB lead, and here you get the little adapter, on the go adapter. That's micro USB there, and the normal USB side of things. So if we take a look at the specifications, I'll move that to one side for a second and put that up there, just to run through some of the specs. Just move that a bit closer, I don't know if you can see that. So we've got, basically it's a 5,100 milliamp battery, which goes up to 3 days use. I'm getting about 9.5 to 10 hours screen on time. It can charge other devices, so it's got such a big battery, and it comes with the OTG cable and the adapter. It's a 24 watt fast charging, so with just 15 minutes using the lead and the adapter, you'll get 10 hours worth of use. There's a special hardware key which goes into the power saving mode. It's a beautiful 5.5 inch Super AMOLED screen. It's 1080p. It's a full metal unibody. It's just 8.5 millimeters thin. Why don't other phones just put a bit of thickness on for the battery? Snapdragon 625 506 GPU, VoLTE, it's 4G Super Voice on the 3 network, 32 gig ROM, 4 gig RAM, micro SD cards up to 128. It's got a headphone jack. It does USB audio as well. It's got loads of different sensors and a front fingerprint sensor with lots of other options as well. Cameras 13 megapixels on the rear with face detection, autofocus, dual LED dual tone flash, and a 5 megapixel front as well. So let's take a closer look at the phone. I'll just grab it down here, and here we go. This is the phone here. This is the P2. So let's take a look. On the bottom you've got the speakers, well, a speaker, it's mono speaker, and you've got a micro USB socket. You've got a front fingerprint sensor as well, and that can have special functions which we'll go to in a minute. You've got your power key, your volume keys, microphone, headphone jack, and this is that one function, one function super saver thing where you just slide. So watch that again. So normal mode and then power saving mode. Really, it's the ultimate power saving mode. So it's actually saying that I'll have, despite the battery being at 79%, I haven't charged this for ages, that you'll get another 79 hours worth of actual use from it in that particular mode. That's pretty amazing. If you look at, if we take the, let's put the thing there, show you the SIM card tray. So as you can see, you can put your nanos, it's a nano SIM, with the micro USB there. It's very straightforward. So let's take a closer look at the actual phone. So what we'll do first of all is we'll look through the actual setup. So it does have an app tray. I've customized this to show it looking green. If you go into the settings, you've got the SIM management tools there. You can do NFC, so this does have NFC as well. Display, whoops, I've gone too fast there. So on the display you can adjust the brightness level with auto brightness, color mode, so it has vibrant and a much more neutral, realistic normal, which I'll now switch to. You can adjust the font size, you can rotate the device as well when the contents of the screen. You can cast the screen, the LED notifications, so you can have your colors here. So if you tap on that, you can actually change all the different colors for different notifications. So you've got missed call, unread text message, unread email, and other notifications, and you can have different colours, and you can also turn the LED light notifications off between a particular time, and that is from midnight to 6 AM, and you can't change that. It does have a brightness protection, which is simply on or off. It doesn't do anything else. Ringtone volumes, you can adjust the volumes. You've got a do not disturb mode, and you've got priority as well, and you have some automatic rules in there. Very, very straightforward. Notification center, notification bar icons, so you can customize the notification icons. You'll notice this does look very stock, apart from a few extra bits as well. No screenshot notifications, Wi-Fi status. It makes notifications, it makes taking screenshots really easy, because you simply pull down, you tap screenshot here, and then you can adjust the bit you want to actually screenshot and save, and you can do a long screenshot and then you can paint on it as well. I just won't save that. You can have the Wi-Fi connection status on or off as well. You can have Bluetooth connection status on or off, and then you can adjust the status bar as to what you want displayed in the status bar in terms of notifications. In terms of your applications, you can turn on and off the app notification. There's a management bit to do that as well. The system button, so the navigation bar can be hidden, which is this bit at the bottom. I actually do that because then you just have to swipe up. It means the full screen is always there. I quite like that. You've also got turn on fingerprint device gesture, and I quite like this. So what you can do is you can tap to go back, press to enter recent task interface, and it does work really well. So if I just tap, it goes back, and if I was meant to do that, but if I hold it, it brings up the recent stuff as well. So it does work very well. Some of the other features, you've got quick snap, so double press any of the volume keys, knock to light, double tap while the screen is off to light up the screen, micro screen, draw a C from the top edge of the screen to the bottom edge to bring up the one-handed micro screen. It's only in vertical mode only. Smart scene, so you can actually have different modes to turn on a sequence of different options. Wide touch, one touch shortcut access, so if you put that on a second, you'll see that you have that little icon, and you can quickly get to different options there, and it's the floating button, and it shows some of the custom gestures that you can set up. I don't really like that, to be honest. Turn that off. It's got a VR mode switch as well, dual app profile, so you can actually have more than one app of the same, 2 WhatsApps and that sort of stuff on there. You've got glove mode, which is the high sensitivity touch mode. Press power button twice for camera. Quick flashlight, so long press the home button on the screen to turn on the flashlight, and automatic decrease the volume. So very useful features there. The power manager, you can have various battery optimizations. I say this 5,100 milliamp battery lasts forever. Storage and USB, users, personal notification, language input, but to be honest, the rest of it's all fairly straightforward. In terms of the other applications that sit on this phone, there's a few apps that came with it, like Amazon, which I uninstalled, eBay I think was on there, but everything was uninstalled. Well, I've added a few myself, and I'll try and highlight those as we go through it, but it does come with a file manager, which was very handy. It does come with a Lenovo companion, which gives you diagnostics updates, and it's sort of like a help sort of option. You've also got, but mainly this is literally just a stock setup. I've added photo sync in. It has an FM radio, which is quite useful. Recorder app, share it was added as well, and sync it was included. It's got a theme center, so you can do various themes. I haven't opened that yet to have a look. I'm not sort of too keen on things, but you can see some of the different looks that you can do. I quite like what I've got, to be honest, but as you can see, it's fairly stock. If I press and hold on that, so it brings up, I've had it set up to do that, and you can do here, you can actually have, in terms of the preference, default launcher is Android. If you put Vibe UI, you lose the app drawer, but by default it's on the Android app launcher. So there's various different options there that you can do, but all in all it's quite good. So next question, really, I know a lot of you are going to ask before I get to the cameras, is what is the speaker like? So if we fire up something from YouTube a second, and if I go to one of my videos, which would help, and let's just play this from the beginning. Hi everyone, this is Gavin from Gavin's Gadgets. Let's actually get some music as well, just to give you some idea of what a music video might look like. So it's quite loud. It doesn't distort too much. It does right at the very, very top volume, but it does go quite loud, as you can hear. So that is really loud. So it's just one of the speakers, because it's a metal unibody design. It does sound quite clear and punchy. So in terms of the camera, let's have a look at what we've got here on the camera. So there's quite a few options on here. One thing, let's bring that a bit nearer to make sure you can see everything. Let's just put that black background there, it might help. So let's have a look. How close can we get? Just want to make sure you can see everything, no problem at all. So you have this mode here, smart mode, which automatically sets the scene, so it's macro. If it's backlight like HDR, it automatically sets it for you. There's the settings options down here, and in the settings options you've got smart composition on. I would recommend that on. The aspect ratio, you can do square, 4:3. Then you've got the various resolution, maximum, normal, snap mode. White balance, so you've got different options on the white balance, and ISO goes from auto 100 all the way through to 1600. You can do the metering, the triaxial leveling, which I've got on to make sure you don't actually have a wonky photo, plus grid lines, and there's a whole option on grid lines. So that's quite good for the photos. On the video side, if you have a look, on the video side, you've got 4K, 1080p, 720, and I will be leaving some sample footage and standard resolution, and a few other settings. You've got the volume button can capture, and you can actually have the volume button to just capture it on and off. You can have volume, sound off, zoom. Sorry, the volume button can have sound, zoom, capture, snap sound on or off, location info on or off, strobe as well, so you can have compensate for strobe, and you can reset all the settings. On the front facing camera, when you look at the front facing camera, pressing that, there are beauty modes as well, plus a beauty flashlight that turns on the screen, either as a chrome or a pink sort of fade and colour sort of flash, and you can adjust those. There are, if you tap here, a few other modes as well. There's artistic, HDR, fast motion, slow motion. So quite a nice little set of modes. If you go into pro mode, here you've got options for the exposure, ISO, you can control, and you've got your speed as well. So, and it can go down to 2/3, half a second. Yeah, it's about 2/3 of a second there. It doesn't go much faster, but it does give you some options. So it's quite good that it does have these extra modes as well. Okay, takes that quite nicely. Let's come out of that. But I say, so you've got those different modes again. So you've got Pro, you've got Panorama, Art Nightscape, Artistic HDR, Fast Motion and Slow Motion. But let's have a look at some of the photos. Back to 1080p, and we're going to try, see what happens. We're going to sun, just good to see this. Okay, this is now 4K. I'll hold my hands very steady, but just to see how well you can stabilise going from light to shadow, shadow, so light to shadow, spin round and go around the other way. Quite slowly, going to go into the sun, see what happens here. It copes the sun and so forth. And there we have it. So this is a really nice phone. So that's your 13 megapixel camera, flash, and it's 5 megapixel on the front. And you've just got a really nice phone. It works really well. And I can't believe this only costs £199. So if you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Please leave a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys soon. This is Gavin from gavinsgadgets.com. Bye for now.